We took the photo on the cover of this series using 2 flashes and gels. In fact, we just used this really simple gel kit here. It's about $30, and I'll put the link down in the description of this video and on the owner's page. For this specific shoe, I actually used 2 gels and I combined them to make the color a bit more intense. For this one flash, I used the 2 orange gels and attached them here. I'm using a hair tie on this particular gel because the set only comes with 1 rubber band. The second gel is a blue light, and I'm using it on a flash with a light modifier. And I chose the Beauty Dish because I love the way the Beauty Dish looks in portraits. You don't have to have a light modifier, but just keep in mind that your main light should be flattering on your subject. Because this is my main light, I situated myself facing the more flattering light so that it'd be hitting my face in a more flattering way. If you have cross light coming at your subject, you have to keep in mind that the cross light is going to be emphasizing all of the textures and all of the shapes on the face. And I don't need to emphasize every feature. I just want to emphasize the front of my face and have the red light or the orange light directed at my back to emphasize my cheekbones and my back, giving me those 2 separate colors combined in one photo. I want to take a moment to briefly talk about color theory and the color wheel, because when you're choosing your gel colors, you'll want to be choosing colors that look good together. I chose an orangish red and blue because those are complementary colors on the color wheel. If you look at the color wheel, blue and orange are across from one another, and so they look good together. You could also choose primary colors, which would be blue, red, and yellow, and all of those colors look nice together. There are all different combinations and all different ways to choose colors using color theory. So take a look at the color wheel that I've provided, choose some colors that you think look nice together, and then experiment. You might have seen in our other videos that a direct flash on a portrait isn't always the most flattering look. So I attached my flash to this Beauty Dish using this great adapter. It clamps onto your flash right here, and then you can attach any adapter from a normal lighting set. This particular mount fits a Bowens mount, which is adaptable with this specific Beauty Dish. You can see that this flash also has a gel, and it's using the 1 little band that comes with the set. Both flashes are wirelessly triggered, and I have that trigger remote on top of my camera. This is the camera that I'm using, and this is the wireless trigger that I'll be using to control both flashes. Okay, so you're going to choose your light modifiers, your gel colors, but you also want to intelligently choose your background color and what your model is wearing. So when I did my test shots, I used a white background, and I noticed that the colors weren't as rich as I wanted, so I switched to a black background. My first test shots, I was also wearing a black shirt, but I realized that the flashes and the colors looked way better on my skin, so instead I opted for a tube top to get those reflections of the colors looking more beautiful on my arms and my neck and my collarbone. So make sure that you practice using your gels with different backgrounds and different outfits to see what works better with the overall mood and also what best uses the quality of the light. If you're curious about my exact background I use, these are V-flats from V-Flat World. One side is black, one side is white, and I like them because you can bend them and fold them and shape them in different ways, and they're versatile, light, and easy to use. So if you don't have a background already and you're looking for one, this is a good option. It's also not like specifically used as a background usually. You can use them to bounce light or absorb light, shape light, and so this is a really versatile tool. To hold up my flashes, I used a Manfrotto light stand with an adapter to attach my flash to the top, but a tripod would work as well. And if you're really in a pinch, you could even just prop it up on a table or something if you're working on a very tight budget. Or have someone hold it if you have friends. This is a fun example that I think combines a lot of the things that we talked about in this entire series. So This is a great time to take a moment, experiment, move your lights around, find how they work and how they bounce off of your model and your background and everything that you've set up, and experiment with your flash, because you can do a lot with it and you don't need the most expensive lighting setup in the world to take beautiful and interesting photos.